Hi guys, I'm Psyker.
I'm Death.
This is our first video in quite a while because
together.
we never have time to do anything. I'm busy with school and she's doing her thing.
Having no life takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Sorry if I sound far away.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be on screen. She doesn't want people to see what she looks like. I don't really care. But today, we are making a movie review because last week we went to see Logan. So what did you think of Logan?
I bawled like a bitch.
Yeah. Logan was... And I know that the only other movie review I have right now is Batman v Superman. I know I was pretty lenient on that one. And really quickly I want to say that I was too lenient, and then I have to say that movie was a piece of shit. So, yeah,
There are people in the room other than us, so that's what he's looking at.
yeah, someone on my right, and someone
That's
right there.
Christ on a Segway, and that's
Hello, lousy mortals.
and Carmen Wolf.
Yeah.
I'm the sexy one.
Bitch.
You wanna fight?
Alright, enough talking. But yeah, this is not as bad as Batman v Superman, obviously. Okay, so I'd have to say that the performances all across the board were really fantastic. Hugh Jackman brought his all. Patrick Stewart brought his all. It's a lot more vulgar than I expected.
I liked it.
Just a scene with Professor X just saying "fuck you, Logan" was like, I just started just laughing in my seat.
It was a dream come true. It was a dream.
It was so good. The violence was beautiful and brutal at the same time. I know you really liked it.
I did. Slicing body parts. Mwah.
And X-23, or Laura, the little girl, fucking savage.
I know. Like, that's so awesome. That little girl just ripping heads off.
Just the scene with her, like walking up to that one douchebag with Transigen, and he's just going like, no, and then she's pulling, and then her claws are like slowly coming out, and he says no, and I'm like, it's time to wreck some shit up.
We should have said before that this will have spoilers a lot, like a fuck ton. It's like we explained the movie to you.
Yeah.
In the title.
Okay. You don't really care about spoilers, do you? Okay.
To quote River Song, spoilers.
Yeah. So basically, the movie is basically about Wolverine is starting to lose his powers. Like, he still has his adamantium claws, but his healing factor is starting to wear away. And Professor X is also, like, starting to go a bit crazy.
He has seizures and shit.
The seizures basically, they create, like, sound waves or sonic booms, and anyone caught in it will, like, stay put unless you have mutant abilities.
Well,
so
not unless you have mutant abilities. It's more lenient towards people who have mutant abilities, but
yeah,
regular humans or muggles are affected by it very seriously.
Yeah, we're a bunch of Potterheads here, except me.
Yeah, you suck wiener.
Blood trainer.
Blood trainer.
So essentially, it takes place in, I think, the late 2020s.
Yes.
Somewhere around
like
there.
2020 or something, I believe.
It was 2023.
Was it 2020?
I don't know exactly when.
It's set after.
A number. It's set in a number.
It's set to be the direct sequel to the beginning portion of Days of Future Past.
Oh, something to that nature.
What?
Come on.
What?
Okay, anyway. So, Wolverine and Professor X are basically in hiding with this other mutant named Caliban. His only power is he can detect other mutants.
He's an albino.
And and his skin burns when he's in the sun.
An albino. I like
Basically,
saying that. Albino, but it's albino. But
basically.
albino.
And X-23 is basically Wolverine, except she actually is in control of her powers, sort of.
And only has 2 blades. And 1 in the foot, which is awesome. I love that. It's like a little shank for your toes.
That was so cool.
Yes.
So X-23 comes along to Wolverine and Professor X, and Professor X is like, we gotta get this little girl to safety, and Wolverine's like, that's not my responsibility. And Professor X is like, we gotta, and he's like, fuck it, fine. So they go on a road trip. Along the way, they're fighting a company called Transigen, which is basically where X-23 came from.
It's headed by Xander Rice.
Yeah. X-23 got her mutant abilities from a doctor named Xander Rice.
Where they injected Wolverine's DNA.
Yeah, so he's literally the father of X-23.
She's a test tube baby.
Yeah. That's fun to talk about.
Yeah.
So they meet this one family, and they decide that they have to spend the night there and help them out for a night. And then in the middle of the night, Professor X is sleeping in bed. And
This sounds like a rape scene. Please speed it up.
okay, he's sleeping in bed. He sees Wolverine.
That's even worse.
God. Well, if you stop talking about it,
I'm just saying.
he starts having a heartfelt speech with who he thinks is Wolverine, and then Wolverine that Wolverine like stabs him.
We'll call him Wolverine. Robo Wolverine.
X-24.
X-24. I thought Wolverine
It's literally a
was
clone of Wolverine. The clone of Wolverine is played by Hugh Jackman. So,
Yeah.
clone of Hugh Jackman stabs Wolverine. Not Wolverine, Professor X, sorry. Stabs him in the heart, and later on, Professor X dies. Well, same thing. Stabs him right there. And Wolverine has basically lost his last shred of humanity and just goes apeshit on X-24. And yeah, like I said, the fight scenes are brutal in this one.
This has no longer become a review. It's just a synopsis.
Yeah, basically.
When I was watching this movie and I saw the ending, I completely disregarded it as being canon. I just said, okay, this is an alternate universe, because there are alternate universes where Wolverine dies, and I'm just gonna think of this as an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Sort of like
the
Interdimensional Council of Reeds.
Yeah. So she just talked about the ending. Wolverine does kill X-24, but he's like really badly injured by the end of it, and he succumbs to his wounds and dies. But then he sees X-23 as like his family, and it was around there that we started tearing up.
Falling like a little bitch. Yep.
We weren't like bawling, like we weren't making any noise, just in our seats.
Yeah. We're just sobbing in our seats, curled up in the fetal position. Why, Wolverine? Why?
Step 2, lay down. Step 3, cry a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end, Laura accepts Wolverine as her father. It's kind of sweet.
And then after he's buried, she's about to leave. Then there's a little cross on his grave. She picks it up and puts it on its side so that it forms an X. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this is like the most perfect ending ever.
Yeah.
I feel like Logan is like Marvel's response to the Dark Knight. Like, for DC, there's like nothing that can top the Dark Knight. And then for Marvel, I don't think there's anything that can top Logan. So in the end,
Deadpool.
Well, yeah, that comes close.
Deadpool, bitch.
Oh, and by the way, there's a scene right before the actual movie starts. That's a teaser for Deadpool 2.
Yeah, it was so fucking funny.
It was really well done.
Mm-hmm.
I hope
Zip
they do.
it, Stanley.
I hope they do that for the next few X-Men movies. Just have like a 5-minute short with a character that they don't give a shit about. I want to see a short with Morph in it. You don't know Morph?
No.
God damn it. God, Morph is so cool. Anyway, so in short, Logan's awesome. Go see it. So yeah, go see Logan. It's awesome. And I think that's all we have to say about that.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Or 8.9. It was good.
8.9.
8.9.
Why 8.9?
Goes from 10 to 8.9.
Because Wolverine died, bitch. That's why.
It's 8.9 out of 8.9.
If Wolverine hadn't have died, then it would have been 10 out of 10.
I think that was necessary though.
Unless like they are a total asshole and like bring him back in the next movie. But I don't think that's gonna
He's not
happen because
playing
Hugh Jackman's done.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman's finished.
Yeah. So they can like robotically do the face thing like they did in Rogue One. Like CGI the face. But they won't be able to get the facial expression and the actual like chops that.
I don't know
Hugh
if they
Jackman
should.
I'm just saying, like, they could be a bitch, like, asshole.
I mean,
Not
you
saying
would
they
have
should do it.
considered
Yeah.
doing a Deadpool movie if they suggested it to him before
Yeah.
Logan,
Yeah.
but they didn't, and
This is just how things work out.
Yeah. I wonder if they are gonna do any more Wolverine. Who would they?
I think that Wolverine they should just stop with Wolverine because I don't think they can top this.
Well, let's be honest. They've remade a lot of really good movies, and they just turned into utter shit. So maybe like 10 years down the line, they'll try to remake Wolverine, and it'll just be shit.
Don't
or it'll
say
be
that.
Good.
Please don't say that.
and
Movie
then there's
execs do this
Fantastic
shit.
Four. It's
Yeah.
just doomed to failure.
And I like
Okay.
Kara.
Okay, here's a question for you guys. If you had to recast Wolverine, who would you choose and why?
Yeah, that'll be the question.
So, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you around.
Later.
See ya.